Why hello there, fellow animal handlers. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld, the Boundless Witch. Episode 22. The boys and I make a dromedary daycare. So we're getting pretty close to having multi-analyzer research, and then we'll go over to vitals. Now, the only issue that I see getting vitals monitor... Yo, Silent Rider, you do... Oh, are you zoned something weird? No. You are not... Okay. Silent Rider. Yeah. Silent Rider was not following her during field work, which is dangerous because horseclaws have a pretty decent chance to get revenge. I'm glad I intercepted in that case. I'll have to be mindful of that. All right, Fangface, once you're up, oops, I didn't mean pollution area. Let's get you to clean some. I also see that our power is dropping. I think that was just like, it's been low wind. Oh, blocked by a toxibor tree. And this one is 2. That's pretty solvable. You like that the child has Molotovs? Yep. That she does. And Fangface is learning how to tame animals from Witch right now. Animals 5. Nice. So taking a look, Fangface, you are... birthday in like 2 days. Not too far off. I guess I really don't need the steel wind pump anymore now that I have an electric pump. You know, what I could do is I could turn off the electric pump if we don't actively need it to see if we can just, like, wind pump our water. That's not unreasonable. Save us some power. We don't generate a heck of a lot of power, so I need to be mindful about how I use it. So yeah, almost all of your issues have been addressed as much as, or as well as I can. Got it. Alright, Fangface. It's time for you to perform the ritual of throwing fire into the cave for reasons you don't fully understand. And done. And then, Witch, let's get you to smelt some steel, because I basically have no steel at the moment. I've got like 65, so we'll just blow through this slag amount. We should have a lot of the slag on the map tile probably cleaned up by now, I'd suspect. Let's check. Slag. None found. Yep. So there's still stuff that could generate slag, like the debris out there that, you know, with someone with a breach axe could maybe manage at some point. But for the most part, the immediate slag removal is done, which is great. With the steel that we just got, I was originally thinking about maybe sterile tiles here in order to increase its research speed, but because more than likely we're going to be moving deeper into the mountain base, I'm not going to invest silver for projects that I'm going to subsequently abandon. It doesn't really make sense to me. So I'm not going to bother. It looks like you just hauled rice out of the toilet. Oh, okay, so here's an issue. Yeah, you have not been... I moved research to 2, or to 1. We haven't been cooking, so I need to cook up some meals. That's my bad. Because we delivered rice for Green to eat, which is inappropriate. Actually... we haven't really done food policies. I guess vegetarian will be your policy. Right, we believe in animal personhood, so like eating animals is wrong. No, don't eat that rice, Green. Oh, God. Well, rip. Too late. I think we only have 5 more days. Yep, 5 more days of the foggy rain. So we'll have some variety. So one of the issues with foggy rain is, I think, well, I don't know. Maybe our wind power's been okay, but make that the default? Oh, yeah, I could do that. Just go ahead and delete everything else. Seems fine. Okay, Witch is making sure that the boys have meals, because she's I mean, she doesn't like cooking, but the only one is, like, capable. Green, once joins, will maybe be responsible for cooking. Which is a little sketchy to be like, hey, 11-year-old. But, you know, she's the only one with a passion. And we're being attacked here. Okay. We've got a 45-year-old. A 46-year-old. 54, 49, 30, 30. Okay. And these guys are Neanderthal, so they're not going to go down easily. Got it. Bangface, I know you're a child. What other firearms do we have? Charge rifle, I think, is the best one that we... Charge rifle to a 12-year-old. That's the world we live in. Okay, and then animals. You muster to me, turtle sandwich. And we'll leave this door open. And this door open, so there's actually nothing stopping you from mustering here. Now, I have some deadfall traps and some turrets, but Neanderthals are famously hard to put down, so I don't suspect that the traps and turrets I have will be enough. It will require some might. I'm also going to quickly throw a campfire down. And the purpose of this is it's pretty cold in this room, and Silver Knight's having some hypothermia issues. So I'll warm it up. I'm not going to bother refueling it, but I'll warm it up. So that the nudist boys don't freeze. So having checked all their ages, it doesn't look like there's anyone that I would particularly care to have join, you know? Oh, wow, good shot. Well, it's a joint trap again. So we have 2 more deadfall traps. We have these turrets that I can fall back, like I could hold this choke point and have the turrets. Obviously, there's a lot of wealth in this room. I wouldn't love to have to retreat. And it wouldn't necessarily be safe for Green either. But we got to do what we got to do. Especially when there's a whole bunch of tough humans looking to try to kill us. So they're all passionate brawlers, which is sketchy. Like, all but Fox told Boga. So it's like, don't let them close. Alright, and at this point, Witch, you tell the animals to attack. Now, the other thing I could have done is summon a mech. And the reason why I didn't do that is that could backfire just as hard. Because if the mech wins too hard, then the mech becomes the problem. Which is also no good. Okay, handled. Unfortunately, due to the placement of where the where the prison is, a bunch of weapons spilled into the prison, which is a little awkward. But I pulled those weapons out. I'm gonna need to have Silver Knight tend Silent Rider without meds, leveling up your medicine skill even more. I'm a little worried about that hypothermia creeping up, though. You know what? Temporarily, I'm going to have you wear this parka. And then... Witch... I don't want adult clothing. I don't care if it would be, oh god, useful to me. It doesn't make... I don't care. I'm, again, not trying to min-max, or this is roleplay. I feel like I have to remind people of that continually. But she has no intention of, like, wearing dead people clothes. Or dying people clothes. Not unless she'll die not doing it. So what I'm doing here is just pulling the corpses out. I'll leave the rest of the corpse work to Silent Rider. Once Silent Rider's up. Silver Knight, you were supposed to heal Silent Rider. You, like, stopped for some reason. And yeah, I see the knife in the prison. Oh. Went berserk. Well, that has nothing to do with the knife, at least. I actually do not want the animals involved. Okay. Don't fire at will. Vermeer is downed. The catharsis will help to have green be converted at some point. And you're smashing things in your room. Yep. It's a rough day for you guys. Having to kill a whole bunch of... You cut off your own leg. Boys, why are you like this? One's breaking things in their bedroom, and the other one is a one-legged idiot. Covered in other stab scars. I am desperately trying to stop the bleeding, but, we'll see. Alright, the bleeding is dealt with. I'm gonna go rescue Fangface to have them start recovering in bed. Do you feel better, Silver? Alright, you are going to preach health to Witch, who's holding the fort. So she heals faster. Witch is trying to tend to Fangface, who is going to need prosthetics. And the prisoner still needs tending. And Witch still needs tending. Don't self-tend. Oh my goodness. Okay. Silver, I'm gonna have you tend green. And then Witch, I'm going to put the hospital bed down here and have you hop in it. Medical experience day. Yeah, apparently. Alright. Fang, I'm going to have you stay behind the walls. With one leg, it's not like you're going to be able to outrun anything anymore. You're, like, massively vulnerable. And here's the last 2 wounds on Witch being tended by Silver Knight. So everyone's patched. Well, actually, Fang Faces didn't get finished. You finished tending Fang Face 2. And then Silent Rider also needs tending. Getting tended to now. And then the robot needs repair, Vermeer. And then we need all of our, like, deadfall traps back. I mean, it's just a big old mess. And don't worry, I've noticed the quest. I'm just busy, so it's gonna wait. Yes, he did step on a spike trap. Fangface, you're an adult. Unhygienic or greedy? Well, I guess I'll give you unhygienic, because the alternative is worse. That also means all of this stuff can be uninstalled until Green gets out of prison, because I won't have a need for it. And you are going to be forced to wear the parka, because you're going to have to do mining now. I don't care if you're upset that you have constraining clothing. That's really not my problem. But what I'm going to do is have everyone on bed rest for a while, because we obviously need to rest up. All right, Vermeer is now recuperating or whatever. I'm tired of there being mushrooms growing in this, like, kill hallway, so I'm just going to floor it with concrete. And then eventually replace the traps, even though Fangface decided to step on one. At this point, I also do not think it unreasonable to smelt weapons either. I'm going to smelt all melee weapons, because I don't believe I have any in the colony that I care about. Except for the breach axe. I guess not the breach axe. And just trying to tidy up. So once Fangface is fully healed, I'll have Fangface start excavating in the mines. A food binge, okay. And Silent Rider is now helping move the dead bodies. Great. Is he getting a pig leg? Maybe eventually. But Witch would do the medical best. And she has medical conditions at the moment, which would make medical success chance bad. So even if I am going to give Fangface for now a peg leg, it will require me to wait for Witch's health to recover. Otherwise, I'm going to risk, you know, failing the surgery and doing more harm than good. Proud dromedaries. A baron of the Dominion is making a request. He wants us to take care of 3 dromedaries for 9 days. They're our favorite pet, and we could do it for honor, for a quest map, and silver or goodwill. Do we take care of dromedaries? We do believe in animal personhood, and this is someone that apparently loves their pets. His face says he wants to stab someone, but who knows? So have you vote on that for 2.5 minutes. I do have a pen. I do have the ability to make kibble if I need. I have rice and plenty of food. So it's very viable, if that's what you're wondering. Alright, Witch, I am going to need you to feed green. So, bed rest is going to be a 2. Wardening's still a 1, so that our prisoner is wardened properly. Have a little drink after all that bad luck. Cheers. I appreciate it. Also, the foggy rain should go away pretty soon. And if you're wondering about food, we're about to get like a few thousand corn. So yeah, there's not a lot of risk of me not being able to feed the dromedaries if we do accept. As long as there's not blight from monocropping, true. Which, could you rope turtle sandwich out of there? Thank you. And then I think I'm also going to need Witch to make some meals soon. Rather than just plainly focus on recovery. Let's hold off on taming the horseclaw. Being as injured as we are, I think it's more of a risk than I'm willing to take. I'm gonna have Witch own this bed so that Fangface rests in his own. So you do want dromedaries. Got it. What reward? If the poll would cooperate. Choice. So, ward number 1 is honor. Witch does have some honor already. She is a freeholder. She'll become a novice in 4. This quest offers 3. A quest map and silver. Keeping in mind, of course, I don't have a huge capacity to actually go to quests. But still, you know, it's an option. Or option 3 is goodwill with the Dominion. So, a poll for the reward. Bossive, thank you for the resub. All right, deadfall traps have been replaced. I'm almost done cooking up the meals just to make sure that we have plenty. Looks like Silver Knight's looking for work. Cleaning up is fine. And it's going to be really hard to convert Green because Green's in a particularly bad mood due to the injuries that Green decided to self-inflict due to the Berserk. But, like, that's not my problem. Alright, Silver Knight, if you are idle, how about we smelt some stuff? You know what? Maybe not, because my batteries can't take it. We're about to be bingo power. Well, the wind just picked up, so maybe it's fine. So we're finding a bunch of the, like, crummy little weapons that we've got. Oh, well, not if there's an eclipse. The Neanderthal weapons, the spears and knives that aren't worth their sale value, I might as well just have the steel. And it seems to me like taking care of the dromedaries for honor is going to be the answer. Got it. Yep, there goes our power. Meteorite gold ore is on the other map tile. And with, yeah, basically zero wind and an eclipse, this is fine. Expanding the power grid was an option to vote on. We didn't take. And here's the consequences. That could have been nice for the tax collector. Well, it's still collectible, that gold. For the royal tribute. It's just over here somewhere. Yeah, it's right there. We can always get it if and when we want. So, which is nearly fully recovered. Yeah, alright. She no longer has any health complications as a result of the injuries that she received. Which means, a medical bed for Fangface's peg leg is good to go. So, operation. Wooden peg leg left. For now, is the best we can do. But researching prosthetics into bionics is not unreasonable as a longer-term solution, obviously. Oh, so, no. Do not do that surgery. I don't trust you. In the dark. Great. Nothing like a surgery strobe light. Okay, so he has a big leg. That's the best we could do for now. Hopefully this 16-hour eclipse, oh my god, longest eclipse in the history of, well, in history. Hopefully this eclipse goes away and we'll be able to continue research and stuff. We did end up, which is probably smart, butchering the insect. And I'm going to also butcher the entities as well. And then turning them into chem fuel once we have a little bit more power. Alright, Fangface is up and walking around. Yeah, 21 days. Okay. On top of that, it does look like it's going to be dromedary time. So, quests. Proud dromedaries. We accept for honor. For Witch. Dromedaries arrive. And Witch is going to rope them into the pen. Now, I may need to deposit stacks of rice into this pen. Because there's not a lot of food in it. And then also keep in mind, the dromedaries do not have poison resistance. So I am going to put down sleeping spots here for them. So that they don't sleep where there is... Because I'm not going to be able to clean up the entire ranch area. But as long as they're like sleeping under cover, that's going to be a significant percentage of the you know, keeping them alive. I could, however, put them in my rice farm. So I guess I'll pull that. Should I relocate the dromedaries to the rice farm? Because it is cleaner there. So yay or nay, it's up to you. Silver Knight, you're freezing to death. You know that, right? Let's get rid of this campfire. You're trying to, like, relax at a campfire that's not even lit. The trouble with the baby camels, so there's a male and 2 females. The trouble with baby camels is the map tile isn't, like, clean enough for them to actually survive here. They would just die. And I'm not really into, like, hosting dead animals. Sounds bad to me, so I'm not really certain I would even want them here, because they couldn't possibly have a productive future here. But it does look like we're going to relocate them to the rice farm, so I'm going to make that change now. Okay, we've got lights. I'm going to turn the kitchen and the research back on. And a bulk goods trade. Yeah, let's do it up. Witch, hop on the radio. Oh, no, that's Diabolus. Hop on the radio. You have a social of 5. That's as good as we get. And yeah, one of them's already pregnant. Okay. And we'll give birth in the time it takes. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna have a baby dromedary. Got it. Ooh, that Hyperwave robe. Selling for a lot. Definitely happy to do that. I'm going to buy the recreation book, because it is a new source of recreation, which is important. I would really like to buy as much Neutroamine as I'm capable of purchasing. Is there any antibiotics here? No. But getting proper medicine would be really nice to have. So I'm going to buy 50 Neutroamine as well. So Voidborn Coalition, thank you for the trade. Let's pull that book and Neutroamine in. Book first. And then if we have a book, we're going to need a bookcase. So we'll start small. Now with that Neutroamine, if we research drug production and then medicine production, we'll be able to take the herbal meds that we grow and turn them into industrial meds, which is going to protect us a lot better from, you know, seasonal, like the types of diseases that we have to endure. Okay, animals. Here we will allow dromedaries, and here we won't. And that puts them somewhere safer to sleep. And then on top of that, let's go ahead and get sleeping spots here for them. Yuta, Zenaida, and Dora. And we'll rope them and move them. And if they eat my rice, they eat my rice. It's fine. We're about to get just an insane amount of corn, so I'm not too worried. In fact, we might get so much corn I won't even have space for it. That's a very real and likely possibility. I'm going to rename this Make Chem Fuel from Gross, and that will be insect meat and also twisted, because we're going to get some twisted meat as a result. Where is the twisted meat? There it is. Shamblers, not on this tile, so not a problem. Alright, Fang Face. Let's get you your Molotovs again, and have you go do that weird throwing them into the cave thing that you did before. Just don't look, it'll be fine. Can I load the babies with the adults when the shuttle comes? Nope. They only want what they, you know, you only load in what you were paid to protect. And now we're going to make a lot of chem fuel out of the insect meat and twisted meat. If Silver Knight's doing it, I have to be, actually, You have a crafting of 3. Fangface has a crafting of 1. So I'm going to make this... I don't want Silver Knight doing it because he's gonna just get hypothermic. I want Fangface doing it, so I'm gonna have Fangface just do this one. The other thing I'm gonna have Fangface do, now that Fangface is healed, is to start excavating a home. So, I think what I would like to do... Let's dig out a 9x9 here. And this can become a room. Actually, the 9x9 should be more like that. And then also dig up the steel. And this is going to be a Fangface responsibility, so he'll handle it. Now that he's got a parka to keep him warm. So he's warm until negative 29, which is better than even Witch. So he should be fine in there. Oh, and here comes all the corn. Corn from the corn dome. Nope, Silver Knight kind of ignoring the fact that I didn't want him to do this, and yeah, he's getting hypothermic. I probably could have Silver Knight do it if he was wearing a toque. He'd be warm enough, but like, then he's not protected from pollution, so it's like, pick my poison. Whether it's freezing to death or getting poisoned, I'll protect him from poison. Maybe not, actually. He's still... Wear that. So you're protected to 0. No, this isn't your hangout spot. Oh, you were there because it's warm. Got it. In fact, I'm going to add another radiator here because, like, I have heating, like, my electric boilers can do it, and it's not a problem, so I'm just going to do that. How far are we away from researching ghouls? About a third into it. Or 2/3 away. Mad Omo, this is the other map tile, so it's not my problem, I don't think. Yep, not my problem. Witch is going to be very busy here. I'm not going to resow the corn. I'm going to wait and change what it's going to be. But yes, we are going to have an enormous amount of stuff as a consequence. And yeah, unsurprisingly, the dromedaries ate my my rice on the ground, which is it's fine. As I said, it wasn't going to matter. Corn will be stored here, yes. It's allowed. It's already set up. And now that we are building this up, I can have this. It's not like going to be a long-term cell, but this allows me to get rid of this granite door, which keeps the entity secured. So we'll be moving the door over there. Okay. One moment. Alright, Silent Rider, follow me. A little worried about Silver Knight getting too cold while here. But we have an infestation. Hey, Silent Rider, wake up! Here, I have a way to wake him up. Move, please. Thank you. All right, so we have Vermeer in front, and yeah, Fang Face, you just keep firing. Oh my god, you're so inaccurate. Choke up. And yes, this is why we will eventually want to deep freeze our mountain once we have the clothing for it, because constant infestations are a constant problem. There we go. Someone hit something. Alright, Witch, release animals. Silent Rider, we are going to have you tank. With Vermeer in right behind you as backup. No, 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 no. Hey, 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 hey. Where do you think you're going? It's one of the reasons why I almost never rely on, like, combat pets. Because Zerb and Newing. Fortunately, it looks like these insects are dying real quick. They're not putting up too much of a fight. I think we're already done. So Vermeer, go back to... Everyone is dismissed. Witch, go... you know what? Is this... No, it's dead. Wow, you shot it through the heart from that distance. Impressive. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld the Boundless Witch, which originally streamed live on Twitch as a marathon. If you have any questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patron, viewers like you that support the channel, and everyone that made it out to the marathon in show of support. I hope to catch you a next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow survivors in the toxic wasteland.